It had barely been a month since your wedding. Living with Jungkook still felt unfamiliar, not distance exactly. He tried in his own awkward, guarded way. He was cold to the world, polite to you, and occasionally playful in that charming, teasing way of his. Slowly, both of you had found that comfortable rhythm, but real closeness, it had not settled between you yet. You had fallen asleep on his chest during movie time, a half-eaten snack still between your fingers. He had smiled faintly, brushing your hair behind your ear, but hours later the dim light from the window barely spilled into the bedroom. But the moonlight was enough to catch the simmer of tears rolling silently down your cheeks, because the pain in your souls became unbearable. You didn't mean to wake him. You thought you were quiet, sitting at the edge of the bed, head down, rubbing oil onto your aching feet with trembling hands, but Jungkook stared. Why? You looked up startled when he spoke. You panicked and quickly wiped your face. Sorry, did I wake you up? He propped himself on one elbow, blinking at your salhate. No, but what are you doing? It's the middle of the night. He asked, genuinely confused. His voice was low, laced with sleep, but instantly concerned. Nothing. You said softly, still not turning. Ryan, what's wrong? He blinked, frowning, slowly sitting up. Nothing, just tired. You said again too quickly, but the glistening oil on your palms, the bottle clutched between your tired fingers, the redness of your feet, your slightly hunched shoulders. He leaned forward. Are they hurting again? He asked, already knowing the answer. You nodded slowly, still not meeting his eyes. He exhaled sharply, then gently. Come, sit properly. He said quietly, moving to the edge of the bed in front of you. Before you could react, he gently took the bottle from your hand. You blinked in confusion, lips parted in silent protest, but he did not wait. Put your legs here, he said, patting his lap. Jungkook. You looked at him, hesitating. Don't make me ask again, Mrs. John. Hesitant, embarrassed, you slowly lifted your feet and placed them on his lap, cheeks warming in the silence. He poured a little oil into his palms, rubbing them together with a lazy sort of grace. The scent of lavender drifted between you two, but the moment he touched your skin, his breath couched. What the heck? You blinked, couch off guard. What? Woman, were you standing on an iceberg before coming to bed? Your feet are freezing. You let out a little laugh despite the tired lump in your throat, biting your lip to stop from smiling too wide. He looked up at you, raising a brow. Seriously? What were you doing walking around barefoot like that? You know we have like 15 minutes, right? You're supposed to be resting, not your legs. You hesitated, swallowing. You didn't want to say it. If only he knew you were scared he might think you were, that you were bad mouthing his family just a month into the marriage. So you said, I like roaming barefoot sometimes. It's me feel grounded because he didn't know that his mother had fired half of them, didn't know his younger sister gave you orders like a queen to a servant, didn't know you hadn't sat properly since morning, didn't know your lunch had gone cold. Didn't know his mansion, the one that should have felt like home, was slowly draining the life out of you. His knuckles working slowly up your sore heel, a soft, almost reverent press of his thumb into your arc made you gasp quietly, not in pain, but from the shock of it. You looked down at him, his dark hair messy, brows slightly fraud in focus, lips parted as if testing your pain through his own fingers. The awkwardness melted, your shame dissolved. Your eyes stung again, but for a different reason this time. Better? He murmured after a while, not stopping. You nodded, voice lost, completely undone by the contrast, by the quiet kind of love. The silence hung between you for a second longer before he shifted. You hungry? You blinked. Then you hummed. He leaned back a bit, flexing his shoulders. I was thinking of making ramen. Couldn't sleep anyway. You want some? You smiled softly. Snacks taste better at night. Your lips curled into a sleepy grin. Fair enough. And just like that, he stood ruffling his hair and heading toward the door. You watched his broad back disappear down the hallway, the faint clink of the kitchen lights turning on, echoing a minute later. Then he returned, hair even messier, holding a tray with a steaming hot bowl of ramen and beside it three colorful snack packets. He set the tray down in front of you, looking almost sheepish. I didn't know your favorite, so I bought a few. You stared at him, surprised. No one had done that for you in days. Just thought about what you might like. You reached for a packet slowly. Thank you. He shrugged, sitting beside you, pulling the tray closer. Don't thank me yet. I might steal the best snack if it's cheesy. You laughed again, softer this time. He glanced at you sideways, smiling too. It wasn't much, just one bowl, three packets. One quiet moment in the middle of a long, aching day. But to you, it felt like a first step toward home. Soft sunlight spilled across the messy bed where Jungkook lay, one arm resting on the pillow where you should have been. You had stayed up late with him, eating ramen, giggling sleepily over snacks, feet tucked under the blanket, head resting on his chest. The warmth still lingered. Jungkook stirred, reaching out instinctively, but his hand met only the cool side of the bed. Empty. He frowned, eyes still half shut. Where did she go this early? Didn't even wake me. A smile scraped onto his face, something he never did. But maybe it was your effect. The quiet way you filled his life, the softness you didn't know he was capable of. He sat up, running a hand through his messy hair, glancing at the clock. He had an important meeting at night, but instead of rushing, he grabbed his phone from the nightstand, checking missed calls, unread messages from his second in command. Today was packed meetings, shipments, strategy briefings. He was supposed to be gone already. Yeah, not today, he muttered, and with a few swift taps, cancelled them all. Work could wait. He wanted to have breakfast with you. Yawning, he stood ruffling his hair lazily. As he walked out, as he passed the hallway, faint clattering reached his ears, spoons, pans, soft voices. And then he saw it, you in the kitchen, wearing an apron, hair loosely tied back, hands busy flipping something on a pan while the staff moved around you like you were one of them. He stopped, froze in place. Jungkook eyes drifted down, bare feet again, a tiny bruise near your ankle he hadn't noticed last night in the dim light. Your hands moved rhythmically, too practiced, too natural. Like you did this every morning. Not once had you complained, not once had he asked. He was about to say something, maybe joke, maybe pull you out of the kitchen and ask what on earth you were doing, but then he heard it. Honey, the cupboard in my room is messy again. After this, can you fix that? Of course, you replied sweetly, but he saw the flicker of pain in your eyes before you turned away. Hannah, his younger sister, left after ordering. Jungkook blinked. A strange coldness coiled in his stomach. His jaw clenched. Hannah talked to you like a staff. You replied like one. What the heck? He took a slow step forward, watching you, and smiled faintly at one of the helpers. Please add a little more salt. They preferred it that way. You didn't notice him at first. You were too busy. Your feet threw faintly, but you had gotten used to that. You shifted the pan off the stove, careful not to your fingers. Jungkook walked into the kitchen like a storm hidden behind a summer sky. No thunder, no warning, just stillness that made every maid go stiff. No one expected him. Everyone thought he had left for work, except you. Then came the voice behind you, cold, steady. Why are you wearing an apron? Your hand froze mid motion. Your heart dropped. You turned slowly. Jungkook stood at the entrance, dressed in soft black joggers and a white t-shirt, hair messy, eyes sharp, very awake now. His phone was still in his hand, but forgotten, his stare fixed only on you. You started forcing a small smile. Jungkook, I was just helping with. I didn't ask what you were doing. I asked why you are doing it. He stepped forward, voice deceptively calm. I just thought I would help. Your mother said since I'm home, I should learn how the kitchen works. Jungkook eyes schemed the room, calculating, unreadable. The air tensed instantly. The head cook was missing. He turned to one of the junior helpers near the sink. Where is Minji? He asked coolly, referring to the head chef. She was let go, sir. The girl whispered, trembling under his gaze. Let go? By Madame John last week. She said young Madame John would handle everything from now on. The silence that followed was bone chilling. You smiled awkwardly, trying to ease the tension. It's okay, really, I don't mind. I do. His gaze softened only when it met yours, confusion, worry, and a flicker of guilt in his dark eyes. Then Jungkook licked his tongue, hopped up on the counter effortlessly, one foot swinging lazily as he leaned back on his hand. He didn't look at anyone but you. You couldn't meet his eyes, not when they were burning into you like a slow flame. Everyone, he said quietly, voice flat, out. The staff exchanged looks. No one dared disobey. Within seconds, the kitchen cleared like smoke. Only you were left, standing awkwardly, palms sweaty, unable to breathe under his stare. He tilted his head. Is that why your feet were last night? You didn't answer, your lips parted, but no sound came. He let out a bitter chuckle, looking down for a second, then suddenly, Ania, I can't find my pink top. Where did you keep it? You flinched, your eyes watered instantly. Then his mother's sharp voice came from living room. Why and where is my tea? Are you still not done? You took a shaky breath and moved slightly, only to freeze when Jungkook's hand pressed gently against your waist, keeping you still. Don't move even one step right now, and you will be the one calming me down. Your bottom lip quivered. He tilted your chin up. Look at me. You did. You are my wife, not your staff. You shouldn't be standing here like this. And I am hating myself right now because I didn't know my wife is hurting in my own home. I thought she was must getting treated as royalty. And it broke you. I didn't tell you because I thought they are your family. I didn't want to sound like I was complaining or disrespectful. I thought it was just adjustment and I didn't want to bother you. You didn't bother me, they did. You nodded slowly, tears falling freely. Just then Hannah came down again, yelling, Honey, are you? Before the words finished, Jungkook turned to her, his voice cutting. Say one more word to her like that, and you will be packing your bags today. Hannah froze. His mother appeared next, startled. Jungkook, you didn't leave yet? I was going to, he replied evenly. But then I saw my wife was serving breakfast instead of eating it. His mother smiled tightly. Oh, that. She said she wanted to help. She is getting used to the house. I didn't make her do anything. Same way you didn't make Nona do anything. Her smile faltered. That's why Hyung left, isn't it? You pulled the same act on his wife too. Sweet words in public, endless work behind closed doors. Order marks that suggestion. He was blind. I am not. His mother stated, Jungkook, you are overreacting. This is how women learn to run a home. No, Jungkook cut in sharply. This is how you manipulate women out of their place in their own home. She looked away, jaw tightening. He exhaled, gaze unshaking. You both are going back to Busan. What? I'm calling Appa, Jungkook said, already pulling out his phone. He will be here by evening. You will explain him to why his daughter-in-law has been scrubbing floors in a mansion with 8 maids. Anna, who was silent until now, spoke in frustration. Why me? What did I do now? Steven, I just asked Kunni to help me find my top. Jungkook didn't even look at her. You want to stay in Seoul? Fine. I will arrange a university dorm for you. I don't want you near my wife if you don't know how to respect her. Her face dropped. What? Oppa, that's not fair. What is not fair, he snapped, finally turning to her, is watching her pretend she's okay every single day so she doesn't offend the people I let into her space. Hannah swallowed hard. His mother looked stunned. Jungkook stared at both of them for a long, heavy second before stepping back. Finally, Jungkook's voice lowered. I love you both, and her, of course. But if choosing means peace for my marriage, then I'm choosing her. You can hate me for it. Your fingers trembled, clutching the edge of your apron. The words wouldn't come out. Your chest hurt, your throat burned. All you could do was sob, not loud, just broken, quite like something in you finally gave up. Jungkook didn't speak. He only looked at you, his jaw tight, eyes full of guilt. Then gently he reached for your waist, untied the apron knot, and peeled it off you like it was made of chain. You couldn't meet his eyes. Then you gasped. Aha, it's dry. When his arm suddenly wrapped around your knees and back, he scooped you up. Jungkook. You clutched his shirt, trying to stop the sobs, but they came harder, hiccuping between breaths. He moved swiftly upstairs. He kicked open the bedroom door and laid you on the bed like you were made of glass. He brushed the tears from your face, voice breaking softly. Hey, baby, breathe. Look at me. I have got you. Nothing's going to, Breathe. He looked down at you like your was hurting him more. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? He cupped your face. Because I didn't know, because I was working, thinking you were resting, being treated like a queen in my home, but you were, and I didn't even see it. Your lip trembled, you clenched to him. I tried to say no, but I just thought maybe I was overthinking. Maybe it would get better. I didn't want to sound like I was. After all, they are your family. I didn't want to cause trauma to stress you in just 1 month of marriage. You don't owe me peace if it costs your happiness. You hear me? You nodded brokenly. You are my wife. This is your home. You don't lift a finger in this mansion unless it's to touch me. You let out a tearful laugh at that, and he leaned down, kissing your forehead softly. Your eyes watered again, heart clenching. You didn't feel you deserved this kind of devotion, but God, you needed it. I didn't want to look weak like I was feeling at being your wife. You are not failing, you are surviving. That's 10 times harder, but now you are not doing it alone. He exhaled slowly. They are my family, yes, and that's why they are my responsibility, not yours. And now you are my family too, and if anyone in this house makes you cry again, he paused, jaw clenching before his voice softened again. They won't stay in the house. His eyes burned, but his tone gentle as he pressed his thumb across your cheek. I didn't marry you to see you break. I married you to be happy with you, to keep you happy, even though I acted actually like icebergs. I love how you melt me. The mansion had gone quiet, too quiet. Hannah left for her friend's place after slamming her door. His mother was on call with Jungkook's father, her voice tight, defensive, pounded, but Jungkook didn't care. For the first time since morning, his world felt still because you were sleeping in his arms. He sat against the headboard, one arm around your shoulders, the other gently pressing through your hair. The sunlight sifted lazily across the room, painting gold in your cheeks where tears stain had dried. You stirred faintly, eyes blinking open. Hey, you awake? He murmured softly, smiling down at you. You hummed, voice hoarse. How long was I asleep? He chuckled quietly. 2 hours? I counted every minute. Your eyes widened a little. You stayed here the whole time? He tilted his head with a small smirk. Where else would I go? There is nowhere more important than here. You blushed, trying to sit up, but he gently tugged you back down. Rest, you are not lifting a single finger today. But Jungkook, no buts. He cut in softly. I made a rule. I am the only one allowed to stress in this house. You giggled weakly, but he couched the faint sadness in your eyes and leaned closer. I told Yoma and Hana to stay away for a while. I want peace in this house for you, for us. You bite your lip, guilt flashing across your face, Jungkook. I didn't mean to cause. You didn't cause anything. They did, and I will fix it. Your eyes softened. You are being too good to me. He smiled faintly, leaning his forehead against yours. That's impossible. You make me want to be good. For a moment, neither of you spoke. The only sound was the faint rustle of curtains and his steady heartbeat under your ear. Then you whispered, Thank you for standing up for me. He kissed your forehead again. You never have to thank me for doing what I should have done from day one. You looked up at him slyly. You really cancel all your meeting for me? He smirked. Every single one. My assistant probably thinks I have gone soft. You kind of have. You teased, and he let out a quiet laugh. Maybe, he murmured, pressing his thumb over your cheek, but only for you. You smiled genuine, bright, the first in days, and Jungkook's heart ached with love. He shifted slightly, cupping your face with both hands. I meant what I said earlier, he whispered. You don't lift a finger in this mansion unless it's to touch me. You laughed again, softer this time, and buried your face in his chest. You are impossible. He kissed your hair, smiling against it. Maybe, but I'm your impossible. You wrapped your arms around him tightly, inhaling his scent, the warmth, the safety. The ache in your chest finally began to fade. Then Jungkook's hand slipped down to intertwine with yours. Starting tomorrow, the staff will take care of everything. You will only cook if you want to, not because anyone told you to. And we are going away this weekend. Where? You asked, blinking up at him. He smiled. Jeju, just us. No family, no work, just peace. Your heart fluttered. Really? He nodded. You deserve it. And I owe you 100 breakfast I made you skip. You chuckled, pressing your forehead against his chest. You are going to spoil me. He tilted your chin up again, gaze gentle yet firm. That's the plan, Mrs. John. And then he kissed you slowly, deeply, like he was sealing a vow. Every ounce of guilt, love, and protectiveness poured into it until all you could do was melt against him, your heart beating in rhythm with his. When you pulled away, breathless, you whispered teasingly, Now I really feel like I melted the iceberg, Mr. John. He smiled, the real one, the kind that raised his eyes. Good, he said softly, brushing a strand of hair behind your ear. Because I want to stay melted forever, Mrs. John. You giggled, cheeks flushed. He laughed too, pulling you back into his arms. You both lay there in the sunlight, tangled together, safe, quiet, and whole. For the first time since your marriage began, the house finally felt like home.